Welcome, dear friends and scholars. I am Dr. I. Jesudas S.J., a former associate professor and a research supervisor from St. Xavier's College of Education, Palayamkottai, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. At the moment, I am the principal of a B.Ed college, Punitha Valanar College of Education in Tindigal district. I am actually a net coach. For so many years, I have been coaching so many of my students, MD students, for the preparation of NET. So, I am very happy to introduce a new topic to you, namely Paper 1, NET Paper 1, Unit 9, People, Environment and Pollution. Let us enter into the slideshow. What is environmental science? Environmental science is concerned with the study of all the systems of air, land, water, energy and life that surrounds us. Environment consists of physical or abiotic environment, which is made up of soil, wind, light, temperature, humidity, etc. Living or biotic environment, which includes all living organisms. What are the components of the environment? Physical component, land, air, water, etc. Biological components, plants and animals. Social components, pollution, social changes, urbanization, etc. Cultural components, economic, political, moral values, religion, etc. Energy components, solar energy, etc. Psychological components, facts, self-concepts, level of aspiration, etc. All these come under the components of environment. What are the factors of environment or environment? Climatic environment, like light, precipitation, temperature, humidity, wind, etc. Soil factors and behavior of earth. This is also one of the factors of environment. Then biotic factors, plants, animals included in this. What is the structure of the earth system? The structure of earth system consists of the following: atmosphere, inert gases, nitrogen, oxygen, so many other gases, atmosphere. Then biosphere, organic substances, skeleton matter, etc. Biosphere. Then hydrosphere, that is salt, fresh water, snow, ice, etc. Then lithosphere, light silicates. Okay, so all these come under the structure of earth system: atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. What are the factors leading to environmental degradation? Of course, population explosion, modern technological development, huge dams and reservoirs, poverty, industrialization, deforestation, urbanization, etc. Then indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers in the land, pesticides, excessive consumption of natural resources, then earthquake, floods, volcanoes, lifestyle, even our own modern lifestyle, all these are the factors leading to environmental decay. What is the scope of environmental education? Of course, through education, we should give the awareness about our own earth, our own environment to the students. Then we must show to them the real life situations. So through education, we should show them the reality of life around us, how it is being degraded by the human elements. Then conservation, then how to conserve, how to safeguard this environment. That type of awareness has to be given through education. Finally, we should make them aware of sustainable development, namely long-lasting environment with all facilities, with all riches available for the future generations. So this is the scope of environmental education. What is environmental pollution? Environmental pollution is the unfavorable alteration of our surrounding, that is, unwanted change in our surroundings, wholly or largely, as by products of man's action through direct or indirect effects of change in energy patterns, radiation levels, chemical and physical constitutions, and abundance of organisms. So this definition has been given by Environmental Pollution Panel of USA, its report, The Quality of Our Environment, November 1965. A few questions. The important natural resources of pollution on a global scale are what? Mostly man-made pollutants. Certainly not plants-made pollutants, ocean-made pollutants. They are able to regulate themselves, but man-made pollutions becomes the most important pollution on this earth. What is the difference between pollution and contamination? Well, contamination, it is the process of harmful substances or organisms that may cause diseases or discomfort to human beings. Polluted material need not necessarily be contaminated. That difference we must know. Then what is pollution? The addition of materials into water, air and land which adversely affect the natural quality of the environment. Of course, the natural quality of environment is so pure, pristine in its beauty. But it is added, when it is added with certain materials, it becomes polluted, it becomes unclean. Question number 2, that disease which can be transferable through polluted water, that is typhoid. Typhoid is caused by polluted water. The land area contributed by India to the total land area of the world, it is just to 2.4%, whereas 16% of the entire population, we live in India. 16% of the entire population of the world, we live in India, that exists in India. Whereas we have the land, total land area of the world only 2.4%. That is why scarcity in different aspects. Pedology means, what is that? Study of soils, study of plants, study of animals. It is study of atmosphere. So, it's a definition. Pedology means study of atmosphere. Sulfur dioxide attacks which part of our body? It attacks lungs. Sulfur dioxide attacks lungs, not liver, kidney or brain. Sewage is a non-biodegradable pollutant or biodegradable pollutant or biodependable. What is that? Sewage is a biodegradable pollutant. What are pollutants? What is the meaning of pollutants? Pollutants can be classified into two broad categories, namely biodegradable pollution and non-degradable pollution. What is the meaning of these two concepts? Biodegradable pollutants are pollutants degraded by microbial or biological action, that is sewage. So many germs are there in the sewage. Non-biodegradable pollutants are not acted upon by microbes. They are oxidized and dissociated automatically. These become waste. Example, plastics, glass, aluminium, cans, etc. And poisons, radioactive, mercury, lead, cadmium, pesticides, smog gases, etc. So these come under non-biodegradable pollutants. Plastics belongs to which aspect? It belongs to non-biodegradable aspect. Which among the following is a metal pollutant? That is mercury, not silver, not platinum or calcium, it is just mercury. Chipko movement is associated with forest conservation. Chipko movement, because people wanted to safeguard their forests, their trees, and they went and embraced all the trees when people came there to cut them. So that is called the Chipko movement. They were against cutting the trees, especially the Adivasis in the tribal belt in India. Minamuta disease is formed when feeding on poisoned animals. So when we are fed with the poisoned animals, then we get the disease called Minamuta. Acid rain is caused by sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These things we have to keep in mind because it is like mathematical formula, like acid rain is caused by sulfuric acid and nitric acid because of our observation. All life is protected from harmful effects of radiation by ozone zone, no? Ozone, where the entire earth is protected from being heated up because of different gases. Ozone layer we call it. So all life is protected from harmful effects of radiation by ozone. Lead impairs the normal functioning of nervous system. EM. Lead impairs the normal functioning of nervous system. Red Data book contains the data on species threatened with the extinction. That is, this Red Data book, they will be recording all those species which are slowly being decayed, which are being decayed because of human elements or any other element. So Red Data book consists of all the species threatened with the decay or death. Biological oxygen demand is applied to measure the degree of oxygen in ecosystem. Biological oxygen demand, BOD, is a famous concept. It is applied to measure the degree of oxygen in ecosystem. Cadmium causes respiratory diseases. Cadmium causes respiratory, the diseases that are related to our lungs. Mehta Patkar is associated with the Narmada Pacho Andolan. So a very famous social activist who championed the cause of the poor people, especially in Adivasi belt. The most dangerous and serious environmental issue identified by United Nations Environment Program is a greenhouse effect. This is how this ozone depletion and how certain gases cause trouble in the earth. That is, the earth, is heated up in such a manner that, the species are destroyed, the ozone gets risen up, and the water rises up. So many volcanoes, earthquakes, all such things. Of course, the most dangerous and serious environmental issue identified by United Nations Environmental Program is greenhouse effect. Which is the source of chlorofluorocarbons? Of course, refrigerators and air conditioning, or refrigeration and air conditioning. That is the source of chlorofluorocarbons, among the humans. Which of the following is not a renewable natural resource? That is salt. We cannot renew it. It's not a renewable natural resource. It is there in the earth. We take it and use it. S and P waves are associated with earthquake. S and P waves, these are all certain names given to certain types of tides. When tsunami or any other problem arises in the sea. So S and P waves are associated with earthquake. Conservation of natural resources. What is the meaning of that? The causes of depletion of natural resources are the following. What are the causes of the decay of natural resources? Rapid population increase, no doubt. Then pollution, air pollution, water pollution, thermal pollution, pollution of all sorts. High consumption of resources. We take too much, we spend too much without worrying about our future generations. So high consumption of resources is another cause of decay of natural resources. In order to conserve natural resources, we have to be mindful of our future generations and use the natural resources in a sparing manner. Then deterioration of land because of pesticides and other chemicals, the land property goes, and then the cultivation becomes a problem, and because of such chemical, the natural the efficiency or the natural energy of this land goes down. What are the types of natural resources? Renewable natural resources and non-renewable natural resources. For an example, coal. Coal is a non-renewable natural resources. You simply dig the earth and then get it. It is a natural resource. You cannot reproduce it. Renewable natural resources you can reproduce, whereas non-renewable natural resources like petrol, gas, fuel, all these things come under non-renewable natural resources because we cannot reproduce. Once it is spent once and for all. We cannot regain it. That is why we need to be aware of this particular menace in this world. What are the major natural resources? Forest, wetlands, mangroves, wildlife, soil, minerals, etc. What do you mean by sustainable development? The management for the benefit of all life, including human beings, and also of the entire biosphere, so that it may yield a sustainable, that is long-lasting benefit to the present generation, while maintaining its potential to meet the needs and aspirations of the future generations. Of course, through such resources, we should be able to live happily on this earth. At the same time, we need to save all these energies, all these resources for the future generations. So that concept is called sustainable development. Thank you very much for your presence here in this video. I am Dr. I. Jesudas. This is my number, channel name, Jesudas Matches. I have uploaded so many videos related to NET Paper 1 and NET Education. You are most welcome to visit all of them and benefit out of them. Thank you very much, dear friends.